So good morning, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I bring with you warm greetings of our Vice Presidential candidate, Loren Legarda. Sa panahong ito, ang matinding pagsubok, higit na matimbang sa puso ng inyong lingkod, ang pagtingin natin we must realize the fact that we ourselves shape the disaster risks in our midst by the way we change our environment and by the way we choose to live it. Ladies and gentlemen, sa climate change, tataas po ang tubig dagat. Ngayon pa lang po, dapat na nating paghandaan iyan. Pag-aralan na ang zoning sa kanya-kanyang lalawigan at probinsya. Sa climate change, dadami po ang dalang tubig ulan tuwing may bagyo. Paghandaan natin ito. Silipin na ang flood control at solid waste management systems sa buong bansa. Ang climate change po ay hindi na issue lang ng pagiging mapagmahal sa kalikasan. Ang pagkain ng taong bayan, ang ating kabuhayan, ang turismo, at marami sa ating mga industriya ay dependent sa isang malusog na ecosystem. Hindi natin haharangin ang development, pero dapat ito ay sustainable. Gawin natin ito na ang iniisip ay hindi lang ang pangangailangan ng kasalukuyan. Isipin natin ang kapakanan ng susunod na henerasyon ng mga ating mga anak at ng kanilang magiging mga anak. Malaki ang hamon sa mga lokal na pamahalaan at sayang po umalis ang ating mga LGU officials. Sila po ang frontline ng governance, lalo na sa pagtugon sa hamon ng climate change. Dapat nating pangalagaan ang ating likas yaman. Totoo, kailangan nating kumita para sa kailangan ng bayan, pero hindi dapat payagan ang panggahasa sa ininang kalikasan. Malaking banta ang dala ng climate change at napatunayan na ito sa Bagyong Ondoy at Pepeng. Sa Marawi po ay nagkaroon po tayo ng mga landslides. Noon po 1970s at 1960s sa Tugaya, muntik na po nalubog ang mosque or nalubog na nga ang munisipyo ng Tugaya. Flash floods, siltation ng ating water systems at pag-apaw ng tubig sa lawa at ilog. Sa kung saan si Father Chito ay or sa Malabang na area po, no, Father Chito, ikwento ko lang, ay meron pong kwento po ng mga ini-electrocute po ng mga isda. So electric fishing is a reality po sa mga Lake Davao po, even in our lakes nearby. Sa pamamagitan po ng aking pagiging chairperson ng Senate Committee on Climate Change na aking pinamumunuan, higit ko pong nauunawaan ang mga punot dulo ng ating mga problema. Tatlo po ang dahilan. Una, poor urban governance, palyadong pamamalakad at pagpapatupad ng mga batas. Pangalawa, vulnerable rural livelihoods, kahinaan ng kabuhayan sa kanayunan. Pangatlo, ecosystems decline, pagkayurak ng ating kalikasan. Ito ang tinag-uri ang deadly trio na patuloy na kikitil ng buhay at pipigil sa kaunlaran ng bansa. Kung ating itong babaliwalain, lalo na ngayong nadarama na ang epekto ng climate change. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, or honorable officials, allow me to elaborate on the 3 recommendations of my report. Urban governance. In Japan, approximately 22.5 million people are exposed annually to typhoons compared to 16 million people in the Philippines. However, the estimated annual death toll in the Philippines is almost 17 times. Bakit po ganon? Greater than that of Japan. Overall, typhoon or tropical cyclone mortality risk in low-income countries such as us is approximately 200 times higher than in countries of the Organization of Economic Cooperation and Development. In the case of floods, ladies and gentlemen, from 1990 to 2007, the risk of death increased by 13%, despite the finding that vulnerability declined because of better early warning systems, awareness and preparedness mechanisms. What offsets the improvements in vulnerability was the drastic increase in exposure. The number of people exposed to floods increased by 28% in this period, while exposed gross domestic product increased by 98%. Therefore, people houses, industries, and economies are being placed in high-risk areas. In the case of earthquakes, while global exposure is distributed across all income classes, rich, middle, and lower income, nakita natin yung artista, di ba? Sino ba yung artista na nakaupo sa taas ng kanyang bahay? Yung maganda, si si Christine. Almost 85% of mortality risk is concentrated in lower middle income countries. Philippines. Kasama na tayo doon. Therefore, the message for governance is clear. Economic development must be accompanied by strengthening governance capacities. Sabi ng taga-BYL, ano ba ang batas nyo, Mayor, kanina, na pwede niyong itulang bilang isang gubernatorial candidate? Ito po ang sagot ng aking Vice President. Development cannot be focused only on economic gains without the accompanying responsibility of good governance. Development should not create risks for our people and our economy. And we must ensure that the resilience of our development investments. Therefore, hindi po solusyon na mas malaking pera po na nilalaan sa mga infrastruktura, sa national investment natin para sa mga steel, para sa mga buildings. Hindi po yan ang malaking solusyon. Mas malaki po ang investment for warning systems, for disaster preparedness. Although we tend to focus on big disasters, the super typhoons and disastrous floods and landslides, such as Ondoy, Typhoon Frank in 2008 killed 98 people. Super Typhoon Durian in 2006 caused volcanic mud flows that buried 8 villages, displaced thousands of families, and killed hundreds of people in Albay. And the Ginsa-Ugon Leyte landslide tragedy in 2006, which killed more than 1,000 people. The report also highlighted, or my report, highlights that it is the smaller disasters, the ones that kill less than 10 people and destroy less than 10 houses, which we should especially be worried about. Bakit? These smaller and localized disasters are on the rise. Parami po ng parami. Turbocharged by climate change. As a whole, they effectively diminish our capital, especially for the poor. Yung paliit-liit po, yun po ang mas masakit. Kasi po, ang mga mahihirap po ang naapektuhan. Human, economic, social, and environmental capital, making us less resilient and unable to resist disasters and any crisis that the typical household may face, be it disease, loss of jobs, or livelihood. On livelihood vulnerability, approximately 75% of people living below the international poverty line, which is $1.25 per day, live and work in rural areas. So do you appreciate that? 75% po ay $1 po ang kanyang income. Mas mahihirap ang tao sa mundo. Rural poverty is associated with unequal land distribution, a lack of access to improved seeds, irrigation technology, and other inputs, the lack of economic diversification, weak markets, and trade barriers. Poor rural livelihoods dependent on rain-fed agriculture and on a single main harvest for annual food and income are highly vulnerable to weather fluctuations and hazards, which can lead to crop or livestock loss. Poor and indebted households have little or no surplus capacity to absorb these losses and to recover. Na kwento sa inyo naman siguro, naririnig nyo ang ARCAP. Yung ARCAP ay isang grupo po na monitor po nila ang livelihood losses ng mga 2nd District o 1st District Basak areas in Lanao del Sur. At sinasabi po nila, whenever may floods po sa 1st District, it really destroys homes and the livelihood capacities of our farmers and fisher folk. At natural po yan yung floods na yan. Natural